So let's get going. So yeah, tomorrow is the quarterly. Tomorrow is the quarterly. We'll go a student view. So what you're looking at is exactly the same as what you should see as well. Okay, review and test. So here's what we did yesterday, all right? Kind of went over the study guide, part of it. We'll go over the rest of it today. And I got y'all into Oodlu, a review program. So here we are, October 13th. Everybody, please begin the starter. Please begin the starter. Straightforward. Which of the following are on the Latin America quarterly? Choose all that apply. Choose all that apply. Go ahead and do that now. This is kind of review from what we did yesterday. Should not take you too long. It's not designed to take 5 to 10 minutes. It's designed to be maybe 2 minutes. Yeah, I mean, I try and get everything posted early so you can complete a lot of this content and really look at the stuff before class even begins, or even the day before. Okay. We'll move on just a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna submit mine, get my 0. Hopefully you did better than me. I believe it lets you see the results once you take it. So October 13th summary, we're gonna continue to review for the quarterly. All other content is the same. Okay, we did the starter. We're going to go over the review guide and then the review game today. And you need to work on preparing for that when after class, okay, in preparation for tomorrow's quarterly. Everybody go to page 32. 32 in your digital notebook, please. Okay, 32, please. And we'll talk, I want to talk about the rest of the quarterly review guide. Yesterday, we went all the way through all the charts, the graphs, the maps, okay? Today, I want to just look at the reading passages and so you can be better prepared. Now, again, I'm not giving you the exact questions, but I'm giving you the reading passages from which I ask you a question, okay? So one of the questions is going to be, okay, from this box here. Facts about Venezuela in 2015. I'm giving you those facts, and then you have to answer a question based on those facts. Okay? All right, so just keep that in mind. Again, y'all can click and type in this document if you want, anything that would help you out as we look over this document. Here's another thing, right? Another document. Okay, looking at this one, right? This second paragraph here by Simon Bolivar is all about which area of Chegg. Which area of Chegg is this focusing on? Culture, history, economics, geography, or government? Put in the chat. What's he talking about? What's Simon Bolivar talking about, right? Yeah, good, government. And we know from the past which social class does Simon Bolivar belong to? Y'all remember? Which social class? In the colonial Latin America class system. Yeah, which one? Which one? Yeah, good. The Creoles, right? The Creoles, which means they're second to the Peninsulars in that pyramid. And they are Spanish blood, but they were born in Latin America. Okay, so you're talking about governments. Take a look here. Same thing, right? This person is a Spanish conquistador. What does that mean? Diaz is a conquistador. What does that mean? What does that mean? Put in the chat. Conquistadors is going back to vocab. There's Spanish what? Remember? Yeah, got some private messages coming in. Spanish conquerors, warriors, explorers, first people to come over. They'd also be considered peninsulars. Okay, all right. So you're going to get this reading passage and receive a question based on that reading passage. You're going to get this diagram or this image, this poster. What does this represent? Y'all know? Y'all know what that represents? This idea where the Spanish settlers get the land and they need to help and educate, employ, provide for the natives, but in reality they just enslaved them. Y'all remember what that's called? It's another vocab word. All right. And you can kind of see the difference between them. The plan is on the top, and then the reality is on the bottom. Okay. All right, the encomienda system. Encomienda system. Okay, so if you look, Spanish settlers, they're supposed to protect, care for, and share their faith with the natives. But in reality, forced long labor. They don't pay them, they don't protect them, and they take their land. Okay, Indians supposed to, or the natives supposed to work a portion of the land for the Spanish settlers. They end up dying from disease and harsh living and working conditions. Okay, so again, that is the I would write that down on your paper. Okay, encomienda system. And then another question you get is, here's the class system, right? The last thing that I have on this review guide is a list, reading of a summary of each of the classes in the Latin America class system that Spain put in place. Goes through the Creoles and the natives, mestizos, mulattoes, peninsulars, and slaves. And you're gonna have to do some work with that information. Okay, so I would make sure that you look through that, make sure you understand it. You could look back at the hook of the DBQ in preparation. Any questions right now about the review guide or the quarterly in general? Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. Make sure everybody should be there in Odlu. Okay. And you should have created an account. If you have not done so yet, if you're not in the class, please join. And I know some of y'all had trouble yesterday. Try and join the class again, first block. Try and join again. And you'll go to that link and then you'll hit student because you're signing up as a student. And then register. You have to register an account. It's going to ask you to create a username and a password. It's going to tell you not to use your actual name, which is that's okay for privacy reasons, but I would do something that I would know. I would be able to identify who you are and that you're doing what you're supposed to do. So maybe the first two letters could be your initials, and then you could get a little creative if you want. That'd be fine with me. Or maybe a nickname that starts with the first letter of your first name, and then a second word starts with the first letter of your last name, something like that. Okay. All right. So everybody should get in. I'm gonna try something, y'all. Okay. So we're gonna do this the rest of class. Okay, rest of class. Be about 10 to 15 more minutes. And again, a reminder: the quarterly. Remember, the quarterly is tomorrow. You need to log in right away, and I'll help you all get set up with the quarterly. Take any questions as you begin. It is 20 questions. 20 questions. Oh my goodness. So let's go ahead and get started.